What's going on, you guys? Josh here, also known as Harry Tornado, and today I'm going to share with you guys 10 cool items I've sold on eBay over the last few weeks. Coming up. So getting right into it, today's first item is going to be this men's Western like cowboy belt type dealio. I found this at the Goodwill bins a few weeks ago. I paid about $1.50 for it. It was a little heavy. It was a very long belt. It was like a men's size 50 or something like that. I sold this for $50 with free shipping, and it sold to an international buyer, but I only had to pay shipping to Kentucky since it was sold through the eBay Global Shipping Program. So I paid about $1.50 for it, sold it for $50, and it cost me about $4.50 to ship out. This next item is another belt. I also got this at the Goodwill bins. I paid about $2 for this one. It was much heavier. It was like a men's tactical belt that you would use to, put gun holsters or something on. Paid about $2 for this at the bins, and I sold it for $25, and the buyer paid shipping. I found these Kia Optima floor mats at the Goodwill bins a few weeks ago. They were kind of heavy, so I brought it up to the cashier, and they only charged me $4 for the pair of them. They were in great condition, no stains, no holes, no major wearing, so I listed them for $49 plus shipping, and they sold in about 4 or 5 days. This next item is a really interesting one. I went to a camp with some people from my church a couple weeks ago, and there's a lake at camp that's drained in the off season, which is now. I was out there with some buddies of mine. We walk in the lake bed, just looking. It's just interesting walking in an empty lake. And I actually found this iPhone in the lake. It was inside of an OtterBox case, but obviously it did not work. I took the case off. I put it in some rice. I tried charging it. Nothing worked. So I decided to list it on eBay for parts only. I said, I know it's an iPhone 6s Plus. I can tell that from the outside, but I didn't know the carrier. I didn't know if it was locked. I didn't know how much memory it had. And I put all of that in the description. Even given these extreme circumstances, this phone still sold in 2 days for $29 with free shipping, and it cost me about $5 to ship that out. This Gravedigger monster truck model I got at the Goodwill bins. It had the wheels and everything on it when I bought it, so I paid about $3 for it. I took the wheels off. I took everything about it off except the body. That's the only thing people are interested in. People will take little plastic bodies like this and put them on high dollar, like gas-powered remote control cars, and then when they break them, they just go to eBay and buy a new body. I listed this Gravedigger body for $30 plus shipping, and it did take about a month to sell, but it did eventually sell for full asking price. This Clemson jacket actually sourced from Facebook Marketplace. I saw a person they had it listed, they were asking $25 for it, and I jumped all over it. It was a vintage starter puffer jacket. It didn't button all the way. It was just like kind of like a quarter button, but it was in really great condition. Some signs of wear over the years. It was definitely vintage from the 90s, and I thought I could make a pretty good profit on it at 25 bucks. I listed this jacket originally at $80 plus shipping, and I accepted a best offer of $65 plus shipping. This tool hat was a really interesting find. I found it at Goodwill about a month and a half ago. It's a vintage snapback tool band hat. It has a tool logo on the front, and on the back it had like the little wrench logo that was phallic in nature. I could not find any sold comps on this at all. In fact, when I was trying to list tool hat, it came up as like tools like Milwaukee and Ryobi stuff. So I just listed it as a tool band hat, and it was listed for about a month and a half, a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but it eventually sold for $31 and the buyer paid shipping. This leather jacket was kind of an emotional buy for me. I found this at Goodwill, and this time of year, Goodwill loves charging too much money for their leather jackets. All of the leather jackets at my Goodwills are $25, and most of them are not worth that at all. But I found this one, and I love the patchwork on it. Obviously, it belonged to somebody in the military. There was, a Top Gun logo, and I think a National Guard logo, and a Desert Storm logo, and just all these cool patches. And I just got just got a cool feeling from this jacket. I knew there wasn't a lot of money in this jacket, but I felt like I had to rescue it from sitting on a Goodwill shelf. So I paid $25 for this jacket. I originally listed it at $75 with free shipping, and I accepted a best offer of $55 with free shipping. And it did cost me about $9 to ship this out. So again, not a ton of money to be made, but sometimes you just have to rescue an item to pair it up with a buyer who's worthy of such a cool piece. I found this vintage Coach leather handbag at the Goodwill bins about a month and a half ago. It wasn't too heavy. I paid about $2 for it. After some research and back and forth with a couple of people who authenticate bags like this, I did determine that it was an authentic bag from the 70s. My favorite part about this bag was that it was so classic. It was just a clean black leather bag. I actually cleaned it with some Doc Martens Wonder Balsam or whatever. This stuff, Doc Martens Wonder Balsam. It works great on handbags and shoes. I cleaned it, got it polished up, and it just looks so good. It was, like I said, it was from the 70s, so it just had a nice classic feel to it. I originally listed it for $75 plus shipping, and I accepted a best offer of $50 plus shipping. And then the final item of the day is this Nike golf bag. I actually picked this up at a yard sale about a month ago. I paid 20 bucks for it, which was kind of insane because it still had the price tag on it for 150 bucks. I think what set this bag apart from a normal golf bag was that it had a really cool Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey embroidery on the front pouch. I was originally going to list this bag for 100 bucks plus shipping, but after I thought about it and I thought about how unique it was, I decided to just list high and see what happens. I threw this golf bag up for 140 bucks plus shipping. I sent out a few offers to people for 100 plus shipping and they didn't accept. And then one day out of the blue, some guy came and paid full asking price for the bag, $140 plus shipping. He actually paid $97 for shipping, and I realized that he significantly overpaid. It only cost me about $50 to ship this out, and it was going all the way across country from South Carolina all the way to Oregon or Washington State or something. So after I refunded the buyer some of that shipping cost, he was all in about $200 for this $20 golf bag. So with all 10 of these items, my total sales was $524 even. After we take out eBay and PayPal fees, that leaves us with $461.12. After we take out the shipping costs for those few items that were free shipping, we're left with $442.12. The total cost of goods for all 10 items you've seen today is only $81. That includes the $25 Clemson jacket, the $25 leather jacket, the $20 golf bag, and everything else I got at the bins for super, super cheap. Taking out that cost of goods gives us a total net profit on these 10 items of $364.12. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your time. You're the best, and I'll see you guys on the next one.